En esta lección vamos a hablar sobre los adjetivos descriptivos y las nacionalidades. First of all, you need to know what an adjective is. It's a word that describes the physical or personality characteristic. In Spanish, adjectives must agree with the noun that they are describing. So they must be either masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. In English, we do not have this concept at all. It doesn't exist. Now, if you have an adjective that ends in O as its default, it'll have 4 different endings. For example, Jorge es alto, the O is masculine, and it describes Jorge. Carla es alta, the A is feminine, and it describes Carla, who is also feminine. Jorge y Carla son altos. The OS ending is masculine and plural, and it describes both Jorge and Carla. Carla y Maya son altas. The AS ending is going to describe both Carla and Maya, who are females. This is very important to do in Spanish. And if you do make a mistake with it, native speakers will understand you. If you accidentally say Carla es alto, they understand it. It just doesn't quite sound right to them. If you have an adjective that by default ends in OR, like trabajador, hardworking, it will also have 4 different endings. Jorge es trabajador. Carla es trabajadora, so you add an A. Jorge y Carla son trabajadores. You add an ES for the masculine. Carla y Maya son trabajadoras. You add an AS for the feminine. Any other adjective that does not end in O or OR is going to have 2 endings. It's going to have just the masculine, feminine, singular ending, and then the masculine, feminine, plural ending. So for example, let's take inteligente y joven, which do not end in O or OR. Jorge es inteligente y joven. Carla es inteligente y joven. Notice that inteligente y joven does not change for Jorge or Carla. It's both masculine and feminine. Jorge y Carla son inteligentes y jóvenes. Carla y Maya son inteligentes y jóvenes. So notice how inteligente and joven goes to the plural, inteligentes and jóvenes. And notice when you go from joven with no accent mark to jóvenes, you put an accent on the O. This is so that you can maintain the accentuation on the letter O, jóvenes. Las nacionalidades, nationalities are also descriptions. They are like characteristics. They work with masculine, feminine, singular, and plural. For example, take italiano, which ends in an O. Marco es italiano. Sandra es italiana. Marco y Sandra son italianos. Sandra y Gianna son italianas. So notice how we have italiano, italiana, italianos, italianas. It works the same with español. Jorge es español, Elena es española. José y Elena son españoles. Elena y Sonia son españolas. So for the feminine, we add an A. For masculine, it's ES, and feminine, it's AS. Canadiense ends in an E. It's only going to have a singular and plural form. John is canadiense. Susie is canadiense. Ellos son canadienses. So we just add an S for the plural. The placement of adjectives, where you put them, it's going to be different than English. In English, we tend to put adjectives first. Like, Jorge es un hombre guapo. Jorge is a handsome man. We put handsome before man, but in Spanish, they put handsome after man. You have to say what he is first, Jorge es un hombre, and then you describe him, guapo. Julia es una mujer interesante. Julia is an interesting woman. Jorge y Julia son personas inteligentes. Jorge and Julia are intelligent people. And remember that adjectives have to agree with who they are describing. So we change inteligente to inteligentes. Now, you do have some adjectives that come before or after the noun, but they may change in form, and they may even change in meaning. Take bueno and malo, for example. Bueno and malo can come before or after the noun. If you use bueno in a masculine form, it will go from David es un hombre bueno to David es un buen hombre. So we drop the O from bueno if you put it before hombre. But this does not happen, or excuse me, with malo, it's the same thing. David es un hombre malo, David es un mal hombre. Malo will drop the O for the masculine if you put it before hombre. You can say it either way. They're both correct. Now, for the feminine form, you do not drop anything. Marta es una mujer buena, Marta es una buena mujer. Marta es una mujer mala, Marta es una mala mujer. Okay, you maintain the feminine form, whether it comes before or after the noun. In the plural, it's the same. David y Pablo son hombres buenos o son hombres malos. David y Pablo son buenos o malos hombres. Marta y Paula son mujeres buenas, mujeres malas. Marta y Paula son buenas o malas mujeres. It's the same thing. And that will conclude our lesson on descriptive adjectives and nationalities. Hasta luego, señores.